Hi, and I'm talking about healing circles again today because I have lots of people who say to me, how does this work? How can I possibly choose my own issue? How can you work on me and 20 or 30 other people at the same time, and each person has their own issue? The answer to that, the honest answer is I kind of have an idea, and I've done a video clip about that in another video clip, so I'm not going to go into that now. But I can heal many at once. And the reason I know this is because the feedback. I get feedback from individuals telling me, oh, my hip pain is better. My asthma has gone from a 10 out of 10 down to about a 4. I no longer have the headaches I used to have. You've helped me stop snacking. I'm not snacking compulsively on sweet things anymore. So I get feedback from the individuals who I have helped individually in my circle. I have absolutely no doubt that it works. So some of the things I'm going to share with you today are what are typically the things that people come to me for help with in my healing circle, and what have I helped people with. So some of the things that people have come to me and asking for help with that I've worked with successfully, and I'm going to read off a list now, are anger or temper issues, emotional or physical conflict with others, addicted to food or drugs or sex or alcohol. I've had lovely results in my healing circle with alcohol as well as with weight. So she was drinking a bit too much and she wanted to lose weight, and she was snacking a bit too much. And we worked on that and we pulled her down so that she was able to lose weight successfully. Bowel incontinence or IBS I've worked with. Bladder incontinence is fabulous. It is such a fabulous thing to work with. I can't tell you how thrilling it is to have people tell me, you know what, I don't wet myself anymore when I laugh or when I sneeze. It is just so rewarding. Digestive issues like acid reflux, heartburn, indigestion, I've worked with that, had some fabulous results. Hard to find love, hard to be in the right relationship, attracting the same old Blair kind of relationships that we don't really want. Weight issues, over or under eating and eating the wrong thing. Sleep issues, can't fall asleep easily, wake up at the wrong time, can't fall asleep again. Self-sabotaging behaviors such as procrastination and getting in our own way. Feeling meh, just feeling bleh, just bleh. Worked with that a lot. Erectile dysfunction I've worked with. I've worked with dreadful and disturbing dreams. I've worked with lack of feeling worthy, lack of confidence. I've worked with lots of pain. Pain is amazing to work with. Again, it's so rewarding to work with someone's pain and have them text you or email you and say, my back pain was a 10 and now it's a 5. And then the following week she might email and say, now it's down to a 4, now it's down to a 3. And then she might say, oh, you know what, we finished with back pain, let's move on to the next thing, which is my asthma. I've worked with allergies and asthma. And then currently what I'm working on right now in my healing circle, I'm going to read off a list. I'm working with stuckness in career, unable to move forward and get like the better job, or indeed to start my own business. So she's in a space where she wants to start her own business, but she wants to transition by getting experience in a better job than the one she has now. She's moving with that. She's moving forward. She's finding she's able to complete application forms. She's finding it much easier to do the work of applying for interviews, which previously she just couldn't be bothered to do and felt overwhelmed when she wanted to do it. Relationship between husband and wife, helping the relationship become more harmonious. And that's wonderful. The first session I did, she sent me an email and said, gee, we had such harmony in our relationship in the last 4 days. Family relationship, where the family relationship is quite dysfunctional. There's a lot of anger, there's a lot of resentment within the sort of family dynamic. That is responding to energy healing. Tendency to catastrophize and sort of be filled with angst. And she is responding very nicely to this. Her numbers have come right down. She was a bit slow to respond. She didn't really find a difference in the first or second week, but now we're in week 4, and she's definitely finding that her feelings of catastrophizing have come right down. She doesn't expect the worst anymore. Poor digestion and constipation. This is a wonderful one to work with. It's so satisfying to work with someone who is constipated. It means that they're hanging on to old stuff, and it's lovely to release this and to allow people to have freedom in their bowel movements. I mean, it sounds so stupid, but it's such an important part of our lives. Poor bladder control. I'm working with someone specifically after he had an operation in the nether regions, and the poor bladder control has been a result of this. High stress levels, allergies, hay fever, continually itchy nose, a child with nervous tics and OCD behaviors in the sense that she says certain things that her mother finds quite alarming, blocked sinuses, a sore shoulder, a sore back, sore hips, lack of self-love, and wanting to be invisible. And this is interesting because she finds that she journals as well as the healing I do with her, and she's finding all sorts of things are coming up for her, which are, as she releases them, she finds she's starting to love herself more and just to feel happier. Eating too much biltong, which is a salty, snacky South African food. It's a South African meaty delicacy. Success with intermittent fasting. Now, this person wants to lose weight, and the way she's chosen to do it is by fasting, intermittent fasting. And what she finds, it's very difficult for her to say no to fatty foods and to alcohol. And she's finding now that it's easier for her to say no to these things, and she is starting to lose the weight. Releasing nightmares. This person has difficulty sleeping because of nightmares, very disturbing dreams. So these are just a few things that I'm working with at the moment, and I'm having some super results. Some people respond immediately. They're literally within a week, they'll send me a text or an email saying, blah, blah, this is feeling much better. So one of the things I'm working with that I didn't mention at the moment, I'm working with sore ankle. And he immediately that day, on Thursday evening, he texted me and said, my ankle feels much better. Look, it's a work in progress. What happens is we release the outside edges, we release the outside skin of the onion, if you like, and by the time processing time is finished, which in my circle is between 5 to 7 days, what we find is the next layer of the onion is pushing up, asking to be released. So it is ongoing. Very often people have fabulous results very quickly, but what I find in general, it takes between about 4 to 6 weeks up to 3 months for the issue to be released to the point where the person says, I've finished working with this, I want to work with the next thing. It's all very individual. It depends how long your piece of string is. It depends how deep your roots are that are supporting this behavior or this illness or this issue. I can't I can't predict how long it's going to take you to feel that you're in a better space. But I love working in this circle. I mean, I think you can see from the list of things I've given you, isn't it incredibly empowering? I feel so lucky and so blessed to be able to help so many people all at the same time with their issues, and to help them move forward and transform from a place of pain into a place of peace, or from a place of mental chaos to a place of feeling calm. I love that. I love that. I feel so privileged. I love the fact that I can work in Leeds. I'm based in Leeds in the UK, and I'm able to help people globally all around the world. I feel incredibly lucky and blessed. So if you've wondered about healing circles, that's some of the lowdown in terms of my experience of healing circles, in terms of how I run them. I do run them completely remotely. You don't have to be with me in any way, manner, or form. I put you into a circle. You are completely anonymous in terms of the other people in the circle. No one knows you're there. The only person who knows you're there is me, and I'm the only person who knows what your issue is. So I pull you into a circle every Thursday. So think of me on Thursdays at noon. At about noon British time, I will be pulling a circle together, and I will be healing people all over the world. Aren't I just so lucky? Lots of love to you. Lots of love and blessings. Bye-bye.